Hi, I'm Rich Farley. I'm Creative Director on Medal of Honor Warfighter. I think this is something that we've revived recently since the last Medal of Honor, is this notion of our core tenets of respect for the soldier, telling the soldier's story from the soldier's point of view, and kind of a commitment to authenticity, and really trying not to deviate from that and to really kind of cement our identity in the kind of sort of shooter realm. Other people have soldiers, other people have the weapon systems, and they do a great job of it. But I think that what sets us apart is this kind of telling the soldier's story from the soldier's point of view aspect of our tenets, and we really take that seriously and dive into it. I would argue that story is one of the most important things about Warfighter. As I said, that's kind of really what sets us apart as a player experience, as an entertainment experience. In the last Medal of Honor, we kind of depicted the brotherhood of how it was to play, to fight alongside your brothers in battle, and what happens when one of them is taken away, and all these emotions that these guys must feel. And on the Medal of Honor Warfighter, we wanted to take it a step further and sort of delve into these guys have families, some of them. Some of these guys have wives and kids, and they're deployed, sometimes 300 or more days of the year, oftentimes to places where they can't even tell their spouses where they're going. So you can imagine the kind of tension that causes and the kind of stresses that puts on the soldier and on his family. And we wanted to kind of delve into that sort of with our soldier's story portion of the story on top of the operational layer. Once we release the game and people sit down and look at our locales and start, if they could Google any one of them or any one of the groups we represent and realize that this is all part of a very real and very credible threat that exists right now. This is the first Medal of Honor that's not kind of centered its storyline and plot around a single historical event or like a single conflict. That's because the way this war is being fought right now is completely different. I mean, and this is how the Tier 1 operators have to operate, because you're dealing with a lot of non-state actors who aren't really beholden to any one country, and they take refuge all over the world in different places, and sometimes they work in concert to strike wherever in the world. So these guys, it's kind of almost like a detective story. These guys kind of track down this very credible threat, and then doing their best to shut it down before it happens. Fortunately for us, though, a lot of the operators that we work with are also gamers. They understand that they can view the game through that gamer lens as well as through that sort of Tier 1 authenticity lens, and they can help us craft an experience that serves both masters. I mean, and that's kind of ultimately our goal.